3 years ago, the federal student loan payments were put on pause as millions were dealing with the effects of the pandemic. And now, in a little over a week, that freeze will end.
And for the millions of students who graduated during and after the pandemic, this will be the first time they'll have to start paying back on their loans. Brett Brooks talked with a student loan financial expert with a breakdown of what you need to know before the deadline hits. Brett?
Amber and Tyler, is news that no one really wants to hear, but in total, there was $1.6 trillion of federal student loan debt impacting some 43 million Americans. Now, even though the clock is ticking down to October, the interest rates already started accruing and returned back to the same rate they were before March 2020. You may have already received your bill. It will list your individual due date and are sent out with a 21-day notice. Many will see the payments at the same amount before the freeze started, and you may have a new loan servicer. Two of the bigger companies, FedLoan and Navient, are no longer in contract with the Department of Education. The Biden administration already forgave $116 billion in student loans and canceled close to $40 billion of federal student loans for 800,000 people. And as Jack Wallace, the government and relations manager for a private student loan company, explains to us, there are income-driven repayment and graduated repayment plans available.
Be prepared, be proactive, and be patient. While you're on www.studentaid.gov, go and look in the income contingent repayment programs that are on there and use the calculator and see which program is best for you.
And when it comes to being proactive, Wallace suggests that when you hop on studentaid.gov, enter your current income and see if there is a lesser amount that you can owe. He says on average, people here in Illinois are going to pay about $200 to $400 a month.
Because there are a number of programs out there that will lower your monthly payment, and they can, in some instances, they get as low as zero. And it's important to know that.
And as a reminder, the free application for federal student aid, also known as FAFSA, will not be available in October like it normally is. Instead, that application will be open around December. No date has yet been formally announced. And then the last thing to note, over the summer, Biden announced a 12-month grace period once the payments start back up. If you are unable to make a payment in this next year, you will not be at risk of defaulting on your loan, and it will not negatively affect your credit score, and it will not be reported to the credit bureaus. But that interest will still be there and accumulate if there are no payments made. Amber?